Hello everybody and welcome to Inside Green. I'm Kohler and welcome to our show where we bring you inside information with city directors and people who help keep our community safe and growing. We're filming from the TV studio right here inside Green High School as part of our TV production class. Today I'm sitting with Mr. Paul Pickett, the engineer for the City of Green. Welcome. First, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my wife and I both grew up in neighboring Springfield Township, graduated from Springfield High School. Moved here in about 1996, at which time I started working for the City of Green a few months later. Personally, my personal life, if I'm doing whatever I want, I'm hanging out in the garage. I have a collection of old cars and motorcycles, so kind of what drew me to engineering was things and how they work and so forth.
That's cool.
So we have three boys, one of which is still in high school here as a sophomore. So yeah. So that's kind of my personal life.
Awesome. Could you please share with our audience what the role of the engineering department is for the City of Green?
So the engineering department, you might say, supports our service department, who our largest physical asset is really our roadway system. We do occasionally also get involved in park projects where there's construction, but what the engineering department does to support the service department is put together the programs where we contract out the maintenance and construction of roadways, where that's driven by the condition of the pavement and also traffic patterns. Think of like safety, making intersections safer, adding capacity where there's growth and so forth. So we're responsible for the designs being prepared. We use outside vendors for that. But the prioritization and budgeting for projects like that we do, and then coordinate the design, and ultimately then hire the contractors that do the work.
All right, awesome. Could you share with us some exciting upcoming plans for the city?
Yeah, there's always something coming up, right? So we just finished, Massillon Road corridor has been a priority for a while. It's where it's our busiest segment of roadway, especially up by the highway. In fact, it's one of the busiest arterial streets in all of Summit County. So it's been a significant relief to have those intersections reconstructed now. It's mostly done. The only thing left is the final pavement markings, the planting grass and things like that. So that'll be finished up. But our focus is on another corridor of significance, Arlington Road, between 619 and Bettler Road, where it tapers from multiple lanes down to 2 lanes. And there's a little bit of development going on over there. Everybody's probably noticed the new roadway at Southwood Drive that connects up to the top of the hill where the assisted living center is, and some apartments are being built. That Southwood Drive will connect all the way over to Tabbs Drive eventually. There's a neighborhood called Jacobs Ridge on Bettler Road under construction now that connects to it too. So it's the Arlington Corridor project is important because we have a capacity problem over there. It's a 2-lane road, and as the growth has occurred over there with the additional apartments and homes being built, there's more turning movements. We have more accidents, a lot of rear-end accidents. So a project over there will be similar to what was done on Massillon Road north of 77, where we have a median, a grass median, 2 lanes in each direction, and we'll have roundabouts at Bettler Road and at Southwood Drive, which is that street where the new road is. And then that'll go up and connect to 619, where we improved it about a decade or so ago and widened it to 5 lanes. So that's a big deal coming up. We also have a project under design for a roundabout down at Mount Pleasant and Arlington Road, where we've had quite a number of crashes there. So
that does lead me into a more controversial side of things. Not everybody in the city seems to be enjoying the roundabouts. So what is some evidence that roundabouts work? What are some data that you've collected?
Well, the data we don't collect directly ourselves. We get accident data from law enforcement. And so that's what we know from that, is that where we built roundabouts, take an intersection like 619 and 241 up by the Sheets. We have a pretty good reduction in crashes there, but as typical with roundabouts is what you're really expecting is you're going to reduce the accidents where there's injury and severe accidents. You still will have minor fender benders, sometimes more of them actually, because roundabouts are new and people are adapting to them. But the data definitely proves, and it isn't just unique to green, roundabouts are they're really the safest form of intersection you can build, and they happen to be very efficient. So that's another thing that we don't collect the data directly, but if you look at the volume of traffic and analyze the time it takes to get through the corridor, we know it's reduced delays too.
Absolutely. So as someone who really does a lot for the city and helps shape it, what accomplishment or thing you've done are you most proud of?
This is going to sound not very exciting, but I think mostly it's been two things. One, obviously, we've been able to expand our roadway system to keep up with the growth in green, and we've been lucky that green is growing at a manageable pace. And so generally speaking, although no one likes to see more traffic, it is an attractive area to live, so people are building homes here. We're fortunate to have a good economic development plan where we're bringing jobs here, which help pay for all of this. But what I'm excited about, as much as the fact that we've improved these corridors using roundabouts and so forth, but kind of a more obscure thing is how we manage our pavement conditions. And when I started here, it was basically, we were just paving the worst streets, as they were in poor condition. We've implemented over about a decade what's in the industry called a pavement management system, where we actually hire a company to rate the pavements, which involves they drive every road, it's scanned with a video, and it's then taken and humans actually review those and rate the condition of the pavement numerically. And it helps us structure our program of paving, what roads we're going to resurface and when, but also we've done a lot of new things with extending the life. We don't just pave the road when it gets bad, we fill the cracks, then we add surface treatments, and we've done things to make the pavements last longer. So it's really been exciting that we're more deliberate about where we're putting our money into the pavements, and slowly we're elevating the pavement condition. So that's an exciting thing, because I think probably about everybody wants to drive around on smooth roads. And it's a challenge in our environment and our climate and everything, but I think we're gaining ground there.
All right. How can any viewer contact you if they would like more information?
Well, I think it's on the screen, but obviously email is probably the most convenient way. It's my email address. You can also call our office, and I'd be happy to get back to anybody who has questions. We do, it sounds trite, everybody says it, but we do like to get feedback. Sometimes it's even positive feedback. That's great.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today, and I would also like to thank our audience for tuning in. Be sure to look out for our next episode of Inside Green.